Watch Bill goes down!
I'll fight you in your back garden like I've done Klitschko. I'll beat you, you bum. You're a bum.
You can run around like you're a preacher and all that you want, but baby, I promise you, when you step in the ring, I will baptize you. Go tell all of them the champions here, baby. I done landed.
Tyson Fury, he continues his comeback as he takes on Italy's Francesco Pianetta.
Got to get Francesco Pianetta out the way, then I'll come for Wilder.
It's no secret Wilder's going to be in for the fight.
The titles are great, unification is great, undefeated records are great, but these fights are about something else, legacy.
And Tyson Fury heading towards this date with Deontay Wilder. And tonight, Barry, he needs to look good.
I'm the most talked about fighter on earth, the most controversial, most colourful, charismatic champion.
Fury right in his face. There's no question about who's won.
With Fury, I'm not going to have no sympathy for him. I'm going to want to really, really hurt him.
Laser right hand from Wilder!
The better the opponent, the better Tyson Fury rises to the task.
I am the baddest. I do hit the hardest. I am the most feared.
I'm the greatest fighter that's ever lived. I've done everything well. That's why I'm the Gypsy King.
That's a good left hand from Fury.
Everybody I face, I've knocked out. That's what I'm built on. I come to bring the pain.
But one thing I promise is I'm knocking you the fuck out, bro.
Every victim that step in the ring, I'd have knocked them out in devastating fashion. I can't wait to fight you because I am going to knock you out. It's on, baby.
Two champions facing off, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury.
Welcome to La La Land, where we wrap up the three-city international press tour that included stops in London and New York to promote the titanic tussle in Tinseltown, the heavyweight showdown between undefeated titleist Deontay Wilder and the man who beat the man, Lineal champ, the undefeated Tyson Fury. It all goes down Saturday, December 1st, live on Showtime Championship Boxing pay-per-view at the Staples Center, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump from where we are coming to you today at the Novo at LA Live. Hello there, I'm Mauro Ranallo, joined by the international man of mystery, Brendan Schaub. It's no mystery. You are in fuego these days, my friend. Congratulations on episode 100 of Below the Belt. You went from 0 to 100 real quick.
I like the Drake reference there, Mauro.
Hey,
Super
fellow
quick.
Fellow Canadian,
that's
but
right.
seriously, congratulations on episode 100.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's been unbelievable. That escalated pretty fast, and with the help of Showtime, it's just it's been a fun ride. And 2019, we're gearing up for some bigger, badder things. So I'm honored. I'm glad to be here. I'm excited for this. This is what I want to talk about. This.
All right. Well, keep killing it, my friend. And speaking of rap lyrics, yesterday in New York, it was Fury who dropped some ludicrous on Wilder with lyrics to stand up. And it didn't take long for them to stand up and engage in some highly entertaining verbal sparring.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen, December 1st, Staples Center in Los Angeles. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World.
And the main things you guys want to see in a heavyweight fight is a knockout. And I deliver that each and every time. And this time as well, too, like I said before, when I say I promise you, I'm going to knock out the Gypsy King as well, too. Timber!
How am I going to let this little skinny spaghetti hoop man beat me? How am I going to do that? They don't call me the Gypsy King for nothing.
That's nerves. That's all nerves because he know what's going to happen. He know his face going to get smashed in. He know his body's going to be on the pavement. It may have
Only in dreams.
You don't know what type of reaction it's going to be. So, hey, let him burn off this energy. It's entertaining.
I didn't come to New York and Los Angeles and all these press conferences to be embarrassed by this little skinny runt. When I beat him, I'm going to let him keep his belt.
Don't give these people false promises.
Stop.
Don't give these people false promises. So many, I'm born off of false promises and nothing fulfilled.
So
I know how it feels. So that's why I said when I promise I'm going to knock you out, I promise you I'm going to knock you out. I love that I got a dancing partner with me because every time you move, I move. When you move, I move.
Just like that.
Tyson.
I move just like that.
Tyson, let me ask you a question.
New York City, I love you, baby!
I'm knocking him the spark out.
We're off stage. We've been told to leave. vacate the building. So on the last note, I'm going to knock this bum's bark out. And you heard it here first.
As we switch area codes, I got to say, Tyson Fury, he didn't kiss the Blarney Stone. He is the Blarney Stone, and it's evident, Brendan, that both of them are in supercell mode. Hey, they're making their respective pay-per-view debuts. Everyone knows the cheddar makes it better. And what are your biggest takeaways from the first 2 stops on this press tour?
It's been fun. I've liked kind of seeing how these guys go back and forth verbally. Listen, Deontay Wilder has his hands full at these press conferences because there's no one better on planet Earth than trash talking than the Gypsy King.
Not even his fellow Irishman, Mr. Conor McGregor?
Well, I'm talking about boxing.
Okay.
Conor's pretty good too, but I don't know what they're drinking down there.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're drinking across the pond, but they make some damn good fighters and some damn good trash talkers. It's alarming how good Tyson Fury is on the mic, how comfortable he is. And I think for Deontay Wilder, neither one of these guys has ever had an opponent who will dance with them, will sell a fight. They've both had to sell it themselves. So now you have 2 fighters who are the best in the game at selling fights, creating hype, and we're seeing how it pans out. Personally, I don't need it. I don't need bad blood. I don't need that stuff to buy this fight because their talent should be selling this thing.
Now, you have the unofficial scorecard. How do you score it after 2 rounds?
Oh, this one's easier. This one's easier than judging most boxing fights. Way easier.
Hey, that's not
and
easy.
I'm not going to screw you guys over.
That's not easy. Believe me,
easy.
judging boxing, have you seen some of the scores we get? That's not easy. But how do you score it, sir?
It's not easy to do it right.
Yeah, exactly.
However, I have it 10-9 in London for Fury, 10-9 again for Fury
So
in New
Wilder
York.
needs that right hand.
He needs a 10-8 tonight.
He needs the right hand version of his words, his vocabulary.
He needs a 10-8 here in Los Angeles because you're going against a guy who this is what he does. And the world of boxing needs Tyson Fury healthy and on the mic and in the ring. And this is great. They both needed this fight.
You just nailed it on the head. Tyson Fury shocked the boxing world November 2015 when he upset Vladimir Klitschko, won 3 of the alphabet titles, became the lineal heavyweight champion, but shortly thereafter got into trouble with alcohol and drugs, had mental health issues, ballooned up to 375 pounds, was out of the sport, didn't think we'd ever see him again, and yet he has not only tried to put his life back on track, but he's lost almost 150 pounds. He came in still a little out of shape in his first fight against the overmatched Sefer Seferi, looked a lot better against former title challenger Francesco Pianetta. And he told us that he wants to be around 250 to face off with Wilder, who's probably going to come in at his normal 220 or so. Yep. Talk about Fury's road back, because I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. If he knocks off Wilder December 1st, one of the greatest comebacks in sports history.
Ever. And you know what it's like to deal with that kind
Amen.
of mental awareness and mental, I don't want to say, disease.
Sure.
Is that fair to say, Mo?
Absolutely. It's as serious as any other disease out there. And we're slowly but surely smashing the stigma. And I salute Tyson Fury, and I'm hopefully going to get an opportunity to visit him in Big Bear, and we'll go one-on-one and talk about the mental health advocacy that we both share.
Yeah, can't wait for that. And I think with Fury, too, losing this weight, he's the original keto kid. He's being on a ketogenic diet. He's shedding the pounds. A healthy, lean Tyson Fury, some regard as the best heavyweight walking the earth right now. And, you know, he's had that time off, but he's so dang awkward. He's so awkward. For Deontay Wilder, who's a straight assassin, he's not going to be able to mimic Tyson Fury in camp. Now, I'm not saying you can mimic Deontay Wilder, but it's easy to mimic that than it is Tyson Fury. Because Tyson Fury is very awkward, his style, his length. So for Wilder, there's a ton of problems with facing a guy like Fury.
Yeah, these guys are both directly from the beanstalk. You have Fury at 6'9", Wilder at 6'7", as we mentioned yesterday in New York. The second combined height, the tallest height next to Nikolai Valuev and Jamil McCline in heavyweight history.
Shout out to the Taylors for doing this press conference.
Well,
shout out to Wilder.
We're both styling and profiling today, but what about Tyson Fury especially? I think Deontay Wilder, he's known for putting on a nice suit. Yesterday, maybe that was part of the mind games. I don't know. But talk about Tyson Fury and what he brings in sartorial splendor.
Now I'm doing my E gig.
Yeah, we're filling time. But hey, I've always wanted to be on E, so come on. This is my audition.
Here we go, Mauro. I think with Tyson Fury, it's impressive. Listen, I'm 6'4". It's tough for me to find nice suits and stuff like that. What he's doing out here with the tops and the pants, his tailor must be exhausted because he's looking damn good doing it. You know, this comes with selling the fight and being that persona, and he's really good at it. So is Wilder. So this is This fight is so damn good.
Well,
I don't need, again, I'm the guy, I don't need this
Well,
stuff.
you and the rest of us hardcores don't need this. The fight sells itself. One of the biggest heavyweight showdowns here in American recent history. A lot of people think it's the biggest one since Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson back in 2002. In fact, it was at Los Angeles Staples Center where Lennox Lewis fought in his last fight against Vitaly Klitschko. From an entertainment standpoint, that was a thriller. I would like to see more of that fight between Wilder and Fury. As we go to, we are being told we still have a few moments or minutes before the fighters will go to the stage. So, Brendan, let's continue to talk about the entertainment value because, again, this is a styles clash. How entertaining do you think this fight will be in terms of what they bring respectively in their toolbox?
Yeah, I think you're going to classic, and a lot of this is going to depend on what type of shape Tyson Fury is in. If it's premium Tyson Fury, you got to fight on your hands. This isn't going to be a quick knockout, nothing like that. You have one for the ages because Tyson Fury is that damn good. And for Deontay Wilder, on the other end, he's been looking for this dance partner, man. That fight with Anthony Joshua fell out for whatever reason. Who knows? We're never going to know. But that's always kind of been looming over his head. And being a friend of Deontay Wilder's and sitting down and interviewing him, I know he wanted this. He wanted this so bad. And you see in interviews, I ask him, dude, you got to fight. You got to fight Fury. Please fight Fury. And there's a reason for that because the UK fans wanted this. American fans wanted this. And I think for a guy like Wilder who's been so frustrated, and people say, oh, he hasn't fought anyone. Well, it's just not true. But when you fight a guy like Fury, you can't say that anymore.
Wilder's coming off the biggest win of his career, making a statement against the division's boogeyman in not only knocking down or stopping Ortiz, but he almost was
in some real trouble in that 10th round.
It was like Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko, almost very similar in the fact that they both answered questions about their character, about their resiliency, and about overcoming adversity.
Yeah, you're not lying. And, as big as a win that was for Wilder, it was against Luis Ortiz, where unless you're a boxing head, you're like, oh, he just beat up a Cuban guy. No, you don't realize how damn good Luis Ortiz is. Now, on the other end of that, though, Luis Ortiz, the English is his second language. He's not selling tickets. That was all Bronze Bomber. That was all Deontay Wilder. Well, now he doesn't have to put the whole fight on his back. You have Tyson Fury, who is literally the best in the game at talking trash. There's not welterweights. There's no lightweights. Nothing. 45. Nothing. There's no one better on the planet to sell a fight than Tyson Fury. And that's what Wilder was awarded, and both of them deserve this.
And the goal is to become a pay-per-view star, and they will be fighting in their first ever pay-per-view event coming up Saturday, December 1st, live on Showtime Championship Boxing pay-per-view. And we're being told less than 10 minutes before we get the official proceedings started here. So we will continue to dig into what is going to be an event. And the Staples Center, again, Los Angeles always has been a boxing hotbed, but this is a big get for the Staples Center as we bring Showtime Championship Boxing and a big heavyweight showdown to the West Coast.
Yeah, and for a guy like me, I got to be honest, Mar, I'm happy it's not in New York.
Me
it's
too.
not in Vegas.
You and I are Santa Monica
Couple
siblings,
neighbors, baby.
Come on.
So it's right up the street. LA deserves these fights, And I just think what Tyson Fury is doing, where he could easily take in another fight in the UK or done something like that, but for him to come all the way out here and fight Deontay Wilder on his home soil in the United States at a big venue like the Staples Centers just speaks volumes. And I think whoever comes out on top of this fight, you're in another atmosphere as far as paydays, just being famous, everything in general. This is what each guy's always wanted.
Well, let's speak about fame. You and I are both pop culture freaks. We both wear many hats. We love the hustle, and it's all about the hustle in life. Let's face it. Why do you think, and I asked this yesterday in New York to Steve Farhood and Brian Campbell, why do you think that Deontay Wilder's not a bigger mainstream star in America? He's the heavyweight titleist. And he's good, active on social media.
Knockout artist.
He's a knockout artist. 40 wins, 39 knockouts. So again, you run in those circles. Why? What? Is there buzz in those circles for Deontay Wilder yet?
The buzz is starting to get there. You see Deontay Wilder making the rounds. I just think people need to get more familiar with the person that Deontay Wilder is. The story about his daughter, why he started fighting, the knockout record, the consecutive knockouts, the guys who he's beat, Olympian. There's great stories with Deontay Wilder. Now he's from Alabama. Alabama cares about one thing only. That's the Crimson Tide. It's football. So also with America, we're different than overseas with the UK and the rest of those other nations over the countries over there where we have so much going on, and you're in football season right now, and there's always so many celebrities in sports, and long story short, I don't know why he's not the face of all these other huge companies.
Well, you look at Anthony Joshua and what he's done in the United Kingdom, where he is a bona fide box office superstar, and he is also now saying all the right things. We've heard it before. He comes off a hard victory over Alexander Povetkin, stopping him in impressive fashion, overcoming adversity in the first round again with that left hook that had him bleeding from the nose. Joshua says he wants the winner of this fight April 13 at Wembley Stadium. We've been down this road before. Again, what is your take on what this not, you know, this love triangle where there's no love lost?
There's no other. I don't want to say there's nowhere else for Joshua to run, because he's not running. Let me make this very clear. Joshua's not scared of Wilder or Fury. That's not the case. It's the negotiations. It's with Eddie Hearn. That's where this thing gets tripped up, with those negotiations. Joshua isn't scared of anyone. Wilder's not scared of anyone. Fury's not scared of anyone. So we've backed him into a corner. When I say we, I mean Fury and Wilder, where he has to fight the winner of this fight. That's all there is to it. I don't see him fight anyone else. But also, to your point, why Wilder's not a star, to be honest, Joshua's not that big of a star here. That's just America in general with fighters. Canelo might be your biggest star with a Mexican background, stuff like that. But in general, besides Floyd Mayweather,
well,
you know,
if there's
Joshua's
any
not
place,
that big of a star here.
If there's any place then to become a star, you know, it's New York or here in Los Angeles, where people come to get their proverbial close-ups. Well, these guys have gotten up close and personal over the past 2 days, and at times you think maybe it's done with a wink and a smile. We know that Deontay Wilder, in fact, reached out to Tyson Fury when he was going through his personal problems, and again, not just going through. You continue to go through those. He's a fighter daily just to stay on the straight and narrow, and yet Wilder and Fury now are going to get it on December 1st. And yes, there is some respect. Obviously, they're selling the fight. How much do you think this is all of this 3-city international press tour? How do you think it's going to impact the outcome of the fight? Mind games are important. The mental aspect of fighting, some say, is up to 90%.
For sure, and you ask Conor McGregor and say 99%. I think with Tyson Fury, he's also going to say 99%. I think yesterday he finally got to Wilder a little bit yesterday. And I don't weigh too heavy on these press conferences or the weigh-ins. I never do. It all happens inside that ring. But I will say this. Both Wilder and Tyson Fury needed each other. There's a reason why, and you know, Wilder's that type of guy where he's a great dude who's going to reach out to Fury, whether he's going to fight him or not. But the sport of boxing needs Wilder and Fury. They need each other. What would Wilder do right now if Fury was out? What would Fury do if Wilder wasn't around?
Well, a lot of people,
we need this love triangle.
That's a great question. A lot of people think it may be too soon for Tyson Fury. A lot of people thought he might need 4 fights to get his groove back. It's now he's 2-0 in his comeback, but this is a gigantic step up in competition.
Yeah, you hit it right in the head there. And as a Fury fan, is it too soon to fight a guy like Deontay Wilder? Well, the questions will be answered, you know. But you know, him having that long 2-year layoff, you know, after beating Klitschko. I would say as a Fury fan, I'm uncomfortable, but if it's vintage Fury, man, we got one.
What about training, Fury training at Big Bear, California, high altitude? Again, he says he wants to be around 250. As you know, you're a former professional fighter, mixed martial artist. We talk about extreme weight cutting. We talk about, you know, you don't want to use camp to get into shape.
No.
You want to use camp to build game plans, to sharpen your skills. What do you think about Fury's camp and how that is going to play out in terms of preparing him for the biggest fight of his life?
Yeah, and you know, and there's been some greats, you know, who do their camps in Big Bear. As recently as Triple G, you know, he's well known for there in Big Bear. And there's guys go up there for a reason.
High altitude, right?
High altitude, and you get away from the family and all the other shenanigans going on. So for Tyson Fury, I think it's going to be a good move. My question for him is, you know, he's been doing this so long. I'm not worried about him being prepared for the fight. It's all mental with Tyson Fury. What I am a little worried about is what training partners is he going to have in Big Bear? Who is coming to Big Bear to help him prepare for the likes of Deontay Wilder? There's not a lot of 6'7" awkward Alabama guys roaming the streets of Los Angeles. So is he flying these partners in? What's he doing there?
And you already mentioned that it's almost impossible to find someone like Tyson Fury, the herky-jerky, awkward style. A lot of head and hand movement. I mean, he's known for his mobility for guys 6'9", 250 pounds. So for Deontay Wilder, what should he be working on in training camp to prepare for Fury?
I think for Deontay Wilder, it's about Deontay Wilder. Let's not worry about what Tyson Fury does because we can't control that. No one can control the madness of Tyson Fury. He's such a savant in that ring with his footwork and being that big. You might need to reach out to the LA Lakers with that for a big guy with footwork and put gloves on him and just that awkward style. I don't know what you're going to do if you're Deontay Wilder, but what you can do is focus on Deontay Wilder, and he's undefeated, and he has all these knockouts, and whatever you're doing is working. So that's what Deontay Wilder. Don't get caught up in the madness of Tyson Fury.
You've played football. You're a former mixed martial artist. You're now a comic, so you got to come up with those the comebacks to the hecklers, and you've been around trash talking a long time. What is the key to a good trash talker? I mean, you say you don't need it, but you're a student.
Yeah.
What are you looking for then? Because you want to get into the person. Is there a limit? Is there a line you can't cross?
I think if you can't cross the family line. You can't talk about personal issues unless there's real bad blood, which we've seen in previous fights from certain boxers. However, I think what makes Tyson Fury remarkable at trash talking is we know the obvious. The obvious is out there. The entire crowd knows the obvious. That's with comedy, too. You know the obvious. Everyone can go there. It doesn't take a creative mind to go there. But Tyson Fury goes different angles that we didn't think of. And for Deontay Wilder, he's going to need that today because he's been stating the obvious, right? I'm going to knock him out. Bomb Squad, Timber. We've seen that. So hopefully, I don't know if he's brought on riders or something like that. If he needs help, hit me up if you need help. But it's tough, especially on the third stop. If you asked a professional comic to come up with original material, 20 minutes of material for 3 consecutive nights in a row, it's going to be tough for it to be good. You can do it. Is it going to be good? We saw how it happened with Mayweather and Conor McGregor. By that third stop, you and I were like, dude, please stop.
Yeah. Well, I was out of it after the first stop. I did it in Los Angeles, and I let the circus go on tour. And I guess in many ways a circus atmosphere here, but we talk about the fact that you got to break through the noise. And sure, maybe some people, the purists in boxing, don't want the extraneous, the trash talking, or the manufactured animosity. And again, this fight, I believe, comes from a mutual respect and a shared animosity of Anthony Joshua, who, again, is the man right now in the heavyweight division, according to many people's eyes. But until he faces either a Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury, we won't know. And that's what makes this so compelling, so interesting, and especially in the heavyweight division, where it's been many years since we've been this excited. I'm being told about 5 minutes now before we go to the stage and begin the final stop of this 3-city international press tour to promote Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, which goes down at the Staples Center on Saturday, December 1st, live on Showtime Championship Boxing pay-per-view. Brendan, when it comes to the way that you approach preparation in terms of the stiffest challenge of your career, you faced Mirko Cro Cop, did very well.
Yes.
Again, as people say, well, it's just another fight. The preparation's the same. You make changes according to who you're facing, but there's also got to be a little more with that carrot dangling of this being the biggest fish in the pond that you want.
Yeah, there you go, Mara. This isn't just another fight. There's certain key moments in your career, and you look at Deontay Wilder with Luis Ortiz. That was a tough fight for him. Granted, if you're not a true boxing fan, you don't know who he is. That was a damn tough fight for him. And Deontay answered a lot of questions that night. He got wobbled. He got rocked. He ate Luis Ortiz's hardest shots and bounced back. Looked pretty damn good doing it, and then ends up knocking him out. So he checks that box. Fury's checked the box when he beat Klitschko. But then there's a 2-year layoff, and these other 2 guys that he fought, they're just warm-up fights. But now you have this fight, and I think what's funny to kind of point out is, could Fury look any better being over in the UK and answering that bell that was not going to happen because the Joshua fight fell through? So Fury goes, I'll do it. So I just think the people, not only in America but in the UK, have rallied around Tyson Fury to know that this is not an easy fight for him. He's been out of the game for a long time. Those last 2 guys fought. They could walk in there right now. No one's going to stop and ask him a question. However, for him to step up to this level to fight Deontay Wilder after Joshua was supposed to do this, and he comes all the way across the pond to fight him in Los Angeles, how can you not be a Fury fan? Win or lose, for Fury or Deontay Wilder, they both win in this fight. I know that's cliche to say, but both men win in this fight.
So how do they win? What do you think is the path to victory, beginning with, Deontay Wilder? We know he's got the sleeping pill of a right hand, but where do you think this fight how will it play out?
I think it's going to take rounds. You're going to see round after round of the awkwardness of Tyson Fury. And, again, Deontay Wilder won't realize how big and awkward Fury is until he gets into the night December 1st here at Staples Center. So it's going to take a few rounds to get used to that movement, the awkwardness. He's dodging shots, and he's so big. So it's going to take Fury a little bit of Deontay Wilder a little bit of time to get comfortable with that. Once he gets comfortable with that, you'll see him maybe start to land that right hand. And that's, I don't care who you are, Joshua, Fury, Luis Ortiz, Stavern, you name it. If that right hand from Deontay Wilder lands, it's over. He's the hardest puncher in boxing.
Well, we talk about punch resistance, and again, we talked about this in the stop in New York, and I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but we do have a new audience here, I'm sure, watching us from Los Angeles, and we're getting Brendan Schaub's perspective.
Yeah.
Wilder's been down once early in his career. Fury has been down twice. Who's got the better chin, do you think?
Listen, at heavyweight, neither guy's been knocked out cold. Neither one's been starched. They've both fought, admirable opponents. But
they've been rattled.
They've both been rattled. But I want that out of my fighter. I don't want a fighter who's 49-0 but hasn't faced any adversary.
Well, and you know what? I think it makes them vulnerable, which is a good marketing technique to get the casual fans, because at the end of the day, the casual fans want to see a fight. They want to see a knockout. We can go and break down the X's and O's like we did yesterday, and that's not the point here with you and me, because in many ways, this is all about trying to snag the casual dollars, to give boxing another chance. So in that respect, it is going to be interesting to see who lands first. And you're right, many people believe that it's going to be decided either the distance or in the mid to latter stages. But
I would keep focus on those rounds 7 to 10. 7 to 10 when Wilder gets familiar with Tyson Fury's movement. That's where it's going to get dicey for Fury.
We saw in March with Luis Ortiz and Wilder, the first 4 rounds, it was a snooze fest. And then it became a bona fide Fight of the Year candidate. I think fans should be patient on Saturday, December 1st. It's a high-stakes prize fight at heavyweight. They're going to respect each other's power. They're going to collect the data, so to speak. But then again, who knows? Maybe it ends in one punch.
It might. I mean, listen, Deontay Wilder can go out there and go, you know what? I'm not going to wait or feel this out. I'm just going to throw this right hand. If it connects, this one's going to be a short one. But the thing is, I think people need to appreciate the movement and the dexterity of Tyson Fury and the way he's damn, how tall is he? 6'9"? 6'9". He's 6'9", the way that man moves.
3'5", 4'5".
Like it's Charles Barkley in there. He's brilliant, man. He's brilliant. But with that, he doesn't, I don't consider Tyson Fury a knockout artist like Deontay Wilder.
By no means. He's 27-0, 19 knockouts, but again, does not pack the punch of a Wilder or a Joshua.
No, but that doesn't mean you should discredit him and go, oh, he's a boring fighter. No, what he is a brilliant fighter. And he sets guys up. And even in the pocket, being 6'9", he can move out of things where most small guys can't.
Well, he did his best Ali impression in one of those highlights early fight where he's got good defense.
It's something to watch, man. It's something to watch you're not going to see anywhere else.
What about the jab? We have, again, boxing, the fundamentals, and the Deontay Wilder jab. Mark Breland, one of the best jabs in the sport, in his corner. And how important, I mean, it's a basic question, but a crucial one. How important is the jab going to be?
The jab's where it all starts. And Deontay Wilder's known for his jab. But if I'm a betting man, which I am, and I have to bet on this, Tyson Fury's going to land more jabs. He's going to feel him out. His footwork's going to make it.
So?
Yeah, I think he lands more of the jabs. His footwork is going to confuse Wilder from the start, and he's going to land those jabs. But again, when you're throwing out that jab, that lets Deontay set up his length for that right hand.
What was your first impression of Tyson Fury? You've talked about him being your favorite heavyweight.
Yeah.
You met him earlier today for the first time. I know it wasn't a long visit.
Yeah.
But what was that like?
Again, a great guy. The boxing world needs a guy like this. And if this is your first time realizing who Tyson Fury is, you're in for a treat. He's a guy who brings a lot to the table. He's the Gypsy King. I can't remember since maybe Brad Pitt and Snatch last time I actually wanted to hang out with gypsies. Like he makes me want to head down
Fury,
there.
though. You can understand what Fury's saying.
He makes you want to fly out there and like crash at his caravan, where the hell he's sleeping in, and just explore it for a little bit. I want to check it out. He makes it cool.
They are active on social media. We live in a social media world. You know it. I know it.
Yeah.
Who's winning that game?
Man, I'm super one-sided here, but as much as I love Bronze Bomber or Deontay Wilder, Fury's been winning the
So how does Wilder
wars.
pick up his game then today verbally? I mean, he is a great guy on the mic. But how do you're giving Fury all the love, rightfully so. What does Wilder do today?
In this, even though they are friends, if you're Deontay Wilder, you might have to take it personal.
What if you don't say anything?
I don't think
let
he can
the silence speak. No, I'm just kidding.
He could, because his knockout record speaks for itself. And again, Tyson Fury is used to carrying these things, so he'd be like, "Cool, this is normal fight night for me. I'm just gonna carry this thing and make sure everyone tunes in." So, do both guys have to go back and forth? I don't know if we need it. If either one decides to carry this thing, it's going to sell. So with Fury, again, he's the more natural, gifted guy on the mic, and he's shown it, from the first 2 stops. And this last one, maybe Deontay Wilder was up all night with, Tony Hinchcliffe or Rogan writing some jokes. Who knows? Who knows?
Well, it is going to be a highly anticipated heavyweight showdown. It's coming your way on Saturday, December 1st, live on Showtime Championship Boxing. The undefeated titleist Deontay Wilder, he is 40-0 with 39 knockouts, and he's knocked out everyone he's faced. Remember, Starks, Bruin, Stavern in their rematch. And, of course, Tyson Fury undefeated as well, 27-0 with 19 victories inside the distance. And it will, of course, be for the WBC heavyweight title, that coveted green belt that belongs to Deontay Wilder. And then, of course, we have Tyson Fury laying claim to the Lineal Championship, the title that he won as part of his shocking victory over Vladimir Klitschko in November of 2015. And November 2015, long time ago. And yes, he's 2-0 in his comeback. We talked about maybe needing a little extra time, but like you say, you don't turn down these opportunities when they come, do you? Unless you're other fighters.
Yeah, unless you're other fighters. Joshua. But the thing is, Mauro, no, listen, I think for Tyson Fury.
Bless you.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. There's a British sneeze there. I don't know what happened. I think, for Tyson Fury, he's the fan favorite, man. For him to answer the bell, especially over there, coming from London, coming all the way here and going, you know what, Joshua, you're not going to do it? I got this.
All right, we are set. It is the third and final stop of this international press tour to promote Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Let's go to Hall of Fame ring announcer Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you, and we welcome you to this third and final stop of the Wilder versus Fury International Press Tour. We're here at the Novo Theater by Microsoft, here at LA Live, just a stone's throw away from Staples Center, the site of this mega fight taking place December 1st, right here in Los Angeles, the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. This huge fight is presented by Premier Boxing Champions. It is promoted by Bomb Squad Promotions along with Queensberry Promotions in association with DeBella Entertainment and TGB Promotions. It can be shown and seen across the North America on Showtime pay-per-view and across the UK on BT Sports. Well, we have a couple of our promoters here representing this promotion. I'd like to bring them out at this time. First, we have the highly respected man behind the scenes for so many years in boxing, TGB promoter Tom Brown, along from the UK iconic boxing promoter and a Hall of Famer himself from Queensberry Promotions, Frank Warren. How about a hand for them? And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we bring out our fighters, let's take a closer look at Tyson Fury.
There's one name in boxing, and that's Tyson Fury. Make no mistake about that. And the most talked about fighter on earth. The most controversial, most colourful, charismatic champion, said Muhammad Ali.
One thing I promise is I'm knocking you the fuck out, bro.
Gentlemen, here he is, standing at 6 feet 9 inches, undefeated in his campaign, with a record of 27 wins, no losses, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. He holds the coveted Lineal heavyweight title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former WBA, WBO, and IBF unified heavyweight champion of the world from Manchester, England, introducing the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a closer look at his opponent, the WBC heavyweight champion, Deontay Wilder.
In this game, I'm a dangerous man. I can't control it. I come to bring the pain.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, standing at 6 feet 7 inches, undefeated in his campaign, with a record of 40 wins, no losses, 39 wins coming by way of knockout. A 2008 U.S. Olympian. He'll be making his 8th defense of his title from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Please welcome the hard-hitting, the undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, December 1st at Staples Center here in Los Angeles, California. Battle of two undefeated greats. December 1st, Staples Center for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there's a growing excitement and rivalry between U.S. and U.K. fighters. This one is very, very special. Both huge, both undefeated fighters. They're willing to risk it all. December 1st, Staples Center. Showtime pay-per-view, BT Sport. Ladies and gentlemen, as a local Angelino, I'm very excited for sports and for this city and for this fight. LA is very hot right now. The Dodgers are in the playoffs. The Lakers have LeBron. The Rams are undefeated, and we have the heavyweight championship of the world right here in the City of Angels. LA has hosted a number of greats in the heavyweight division throughout the years, from Joe Louis to Muhammad Ali. Lennox Lewis and Vitaly Klitschko fought at Staples Center more than 15 years ago, and now Wilder versus Fury is indeed the most significant fight in U.S. soil since Mike Tyson fought Lennox Lewis in Memphis in 2002. The good news, today tickets are available. Started at noon, tickets are available through AXS.com. They're starting at only $75, so it's a great opportunity to be a part of history and to see this tremendous fight live. We are in good hands with this fight. We're sanctioned by the World Boxing Council in association with the California State Athletic Commission. At this time, I introduce a man who has done such a great job with the commission here in California. Please welcome the highly regarded Executive Officer for the California State Athletic Commission, Mr. Andy Foster.
The state of California welcomes the Heavyweight World Championship to Los Angeles on December the 1st. The Commission is pleased to regulate and sanction really the true pinnacle of boxing. We strive as the Commission to maintain fairness and neutrality, and we wish TGB Promotions a safe and successful event.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. And at this time, we move along. We'd like to hear from our boxers momentarily. Thank you for your patience, gentlemen. But at this time, I introduce to you Showtime's boxing pace setter, who is responsible for the tremendous growth, acclaim, and success of the #1 destination for boxing. Please welcome the president of Showtime Sports, Stephen Espinosa.
Thank you, Jimmy. Indeed, we have a very special event. But let's ask the question, what makes this special? Now, clearly, it's a big heavyweight title fight. There's a mystique, a different kind of buzz for heavyweight title fights. We've got a heavyweight title fight between two elite athletes. We've got the hardest puncher in boxing against one of the most skilled boxers in the sport, certainly the most skilled boxer in the heavyweight division. It's a fascinating matchup of styles. We have two huge personalities, two huge fighters, the two tallest fighters in the heavyweight division. And in a city of big events, we have the biggest of big events. As Jimmy noted, LA had certainly had its share of big fights. Henry Armstrong, Art Aragon, Bobby Chacon, Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, they've all fought here. And LA has even hosted its share of big heavyweight fights. And Jim Jeffries, Jack Johnson fought here, Muhammad Ali fought here as well. But in terms of major heavyweight title fights in Los Angeles, the list is very short. There have been 3 Vitaly Klitschko fights versus Chris Arreola, Corey Sanders, and Lennox Lewis. That's it. 4 fighters have fought for the heavyweight world title in Los Angeles in its history. And now we have 2 more. This is the rare event in Los Angeles. Not since 2009 have we seen a heavyweight title fight in LA. Clearly, this is a special event. And again, in a city of can't-miss special events, this is the pinnacle of the event. 2 undefeated heavyweights, 2 big personalities, the WBC title. But there's more than a title at stake, more than pride. This is about legacy. This is about history. We'll see you December 1st.
Thank you, Stephen. At this time, it is my pleasure to hand over the microphone duties, who will handle the question and answer session, to Emmy Award winner who was recently inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Please welcome Showtime's own Jim Gray.
It's going to be a great evening, a great fight. Look forward to it. We kind of started a few months ago when Tyson came into the ring after Deontay won one of his fights, and now we're here today. So we'll start with the champion just because he currently has the belt. No disrespect intended. Probably started first in London, so we'll start with Deontay. Deontay, do you feel as though this is the best fighter and the toughest fighter that you will face or have faced.
Hello? I'm good. I think I faced the best, one of the best in the division. I do think he's, let me rephrase it. I fought one of the best, and I think I'm fighting the next best that's in line, you know, out of the heavyweight division. And I do think he's tough, you know. One thing about Tyson, he's mentally tough. You know, he's, like you say, he's the Gypsy King. And if you know about Gypsy, you know they're traveling people and they're fearless people. And that's why he's the perfect opponent for this situation, for this occasion of bringing the heavyweight division back. So when I knock him out, I can say I knocked someone that was fearless.
Everybody's laughing at that because they know it's a joke, right?
Tyson is...
Have a good laugh. Says a man with some pigtails in his hair. How is ever he going to beat me, please?
Tyson, is there a man on the planet that you have either fought or not fought who you have been fearful of?
Like I've said many, many times in the past, there isn't a man born from his mother that Tyson Fury is afraid of. And especially not a man who wears pigtails every day.
Can you sit down first?
Definitely not.
Have a seat.
Definitely not. I don't sit.
It seems like you're nervous.
Like I said yesterday,
you're nervous.
you know to sit in the presence of greatness.
You're nervous.
I don't sit.
Have a seat.
I don't
Have a seat. Have a seat.
You sit and let the master of disaster talk.
Have a seat.
So where were we? Am I fearful of Deontay, the bronze bomber Wilder? No, I'm not. Definitely not. I don't fear nothing about him. I don't fear anything he can do. And I especially don't fear those glasses or that beard or those sweets he's eating.
Want some crap?
He already knows he's lost a fight. He's even eating sweets to prove it.
You ain't got enough.
To both of you, we'll start with Deontay. I get the feeling, having watched this, that you like each other. Do you like him?
I like him a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You like him?
I don't like him. I love him. I love the guy. But I just want to rip them plaits out of his hair for some reason. I don't know. I've been thinking about it for a couple of days. Just want to grab them and pull them out.
How are you going to flip the switch? You love him, and
you know
I guess there's a fine line between love and hate.
It's a fight. We can do all this stuff on stage. I can walk around here and I can talk as good as any man in the country. But when it comes to the actual fight, it's going to be a hell of a fight. Deontay Wilder, massive puncher. Me, skillful boxer. It's going to be an epic night, you know. Like he said before, this is a legacy fight. And I do believe that's true. And after I beat him, I'm going to get him to hire me as his publicist. Because I do believe I'll promote Deontay Wilder back to being heavyweight champion of the world in no time. But it's no shame in losing to me, because I am the greatest boxer of my generation. I can't be beat, especially not by him. No disrespect to him, but him, another 3 men or 50 others like him could never beat the Gypsy King. There's been many, many fighters before like Deontay Wilder, but there's never, ever been a Tyson Fury before in the history of boxing. And I know that because I've studied the game inside out. I know there's never been a Tyson Fury before, ever, or anyone even remotely close.
What do you respect about him?
I mean, what I respect about Tyson Fury is, you know, he's great for the heavyweight division. You know, he charismatic, he can talk. As you can see, I got a great dancing partner. Like I said, you know, he fearless in the ring. He got a background of boxing in his blood. You know, he's named after Mike Tyson. You know, all that is great. You know, it's good that he's from another country. He's not of the same country, so you get to see different cultures, different personalities from the two. You got one from America and you got one from Great Britain. So that even more going to make it more pleasurable for me to be able to, when I knock him out. And, you know, all this adds up. You know. This is exciting for me, and I can't wait. So I'm telling him, welcome to L.A. It seemed like he already visited one of the dispensaries because he don't understand what I'm saying when I'm going to knock him out.
You probably never fought anybody taller than you. What type of a problem might that present?
Yeah, I done had one. I think mid in my career, I fought a guy by the name of Kevin Price. He was taller than I, arms longer than I, and we already know what happened in that fight. Hey, y'all already know what I do. You know what I come to do, and you know what I'm going to come to do come December the 1st. When y'all come to see fights, y'all come to see somebody get knocked out. You ain't coming to see 12-round fights. I know you come to see a little skills, but you come to see this man's body on the canvas, and That's what I'm going to deliver for you come December the 1st.
Would you have given Deontay Wilder the opportunity, had you not had the problems that you had and still had the belt, would you have taken him on as the other champion? He's given you an opportunity. Would you have presented it the other way around?
Me, I'm giving him an opportunity to fight the Gypsy King.
If you were the champion,
Hold on a minute, sir. I am the champion. You're talking to the lineal heavyweight champion, going back to the days of John L. Sullivan. I'm the man who beat the man, me.
But
he
you
has
don't have
a belt,
the belt.
But I have a belt on too, look. I've got one of them. I have the claim to the
Pretty
throne.
nice.
Goes back all the way, all them years.
I like your
so
shoes.
I'm giving him the opportunity to become something. Not that he ever will. I hear all this knockout talk. I hear it loud and clear, but I just don't believe it. There's nothing in his body structure or persona or aura.
40-0 with 39 KOs. Every man stepped in the ring, had to go, and you don't believe?
I don't believe at all. Wow. All I see is a sop sat down right next to me. He's got. I just don't see anything about him that says he's going to knock me out. He's got little spaghetti
We
legs.
don't believe
He's
you.
skinny. He's
We
ugly.
do not believe.
He smells. How is he going to beat me? I don't know what he's going to beat me with.
Hey, Frank, let's ask Frank Warren a question.
Someone
Frank,
tall in Calvin Price. Calvin Price.
I got one question for you.
Go on.
When I lay your body on the canvas, which foot you want me to step over you with, the left or the right?
I'd like you to pick me back up and kiss me back.
Just
to life,
answer the question. Which one, so I know, so I can follow correct
pick
procedure.
Pick me back up and give me the kiss of life.
All right,
That's
gotcha.
what I want you to do, you dosser. Listen, he's a dreamer. Only in dreams does Deontay Wilder ever knock Tyson Fury out. Only in his dreams.
Frank, give us a historical perspective. You have
At least we know he got a career comedian after I knock him out.
You've promoted a tremendous amount of fights, and you've seen, particularly on the other side of the pond over in Europe, great fighters. Where do you stack this one up?
I think Tyson is one of the best. He's certainly one of the most colourful heavyweights that's ever come out of Britain, and I sincerely believe that. His skills are sublime. He does the impossible according to what the critics feel. You know, he went over to Germany. He took Klitschko to school, a good Klitschko, not a guy who fought Joshua 18 months later. He fought the guy, and as he said, he's the lineal champion. He loves a challenge. He's a traveller. That's why he's coming to Deontay's backyard. He's coming to the States. He's fighting one of the most explosive heavyweights in recent years, a guy who can punch, who's got a lot of self-belief. And I think styles, as they say, make fights. And everybody's got it in their head what they think this fight's going to be, that Tyson's going to be running and Deontay's going to be coming after him. I don't think that's going to happen. I think on the night you're going to see Tyson stand his ground, and you're going to see some serious fireworks take place. This is a great fight. It's a fight for the fans. It's great to be here in LA to do this fight. It's great that we're in America to bring another Brit over here to take up this belt back. And I really do believe he will take back the belts that he's never, ever lost in the ring. He's the lineal champion. And this is it. This is what it's all about. This is the best fighting the best. The two guys, two top heavyweights in the world who have stepped up to the plate and made the fight like that. It took a week, 2 weeks for us to get it over the line and done because they both want it. They want to see who's the number one is, and we'll find out on the 1st of December.
Shelley, you've had a lot of great fighters as well, including Mike Tyson, who Tyson is named after. Give us, from your perspective, what you see in this and how it might compare to some of the other stuff you've had.
Going in, it's going to be a great fight. Lately, I've seen Tyson Fury singing this song, "There's Only One Tyson Fury." I think he stole that from Ricky Hatton, and you know what happened to him.
He beat Costa Zoo. That's what he did, Ricky Hatton. Showtime's big fighter. He beat him.
Deontay.
And I think that trend will continue. Thank you.
Deontay, to do this on a stage in Los Angeles, where...
That also comes from the man who said that Vladimir Klitschko had beat me. And we all know what happened there, don't we, Shelley? Who are you? Who are you? Nobody.
Deontay Wilder! Wilder!
Look here. I'm in LA, I'm in your country now.
Sit down, you big dosser. Sit down, have a seat.
Fans. Who is this man? Who knows this man? Nobody. Nobody even knows. Listen, I went on a little mission yesterday. I was going down the street asking people, do you know who Deontay Wilder is? They was going, no, but we know who you are, Tyson Fury, right? Unbelievable. How does a man come over to somebody else's country and have all the fans? That's crazy. That's crazy. Deontay Wilder needs Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury don't need Deontay Wilder. I chose Deontay Wilder as an easy victim. as an easy victim. Unbelievable. This is going to be the easiest fight of my career. I said that Vladimir Klitschko would be the easiest fight in my career, and he was. But now I'm going to say that this guy is going to be my easiest fight, and I predict he will. He goes on about he's beat this person and beat that person. I've seen him knocked out before, spark out, by a little fat fella that big. Out. In the amateurs, he boxed America versus Russia, and the little Russian fella cleaned him out. Bam!
I thought you was an honest man. I thought you was an honest man.
The bomb squad was on his back.
I thought you was an honest
like a dead
man.
fly. He was on his back, legs and arms in the air.
Don't scratch your ego.
There ain't no
now.
videos around the world of Tyson Fury even getting knocked out. So he might be able to punch, but I know he's got a glass chin. All big punchers can't take one
You've
back.
been thinking about me all night.
Let's see if he can really do the talking when it comes to fighting a proper
Deontay is gonna knock you out.
It's all right fighting.
This is your inner head.
It's all right fighting bums, you big
You should
dosser.
sit down because you
But when
look
you fight a real man,
nervous.
you know to sit
For
down,
one, you
big
got
dog.
blue on, you got red on, and you got another color of brown
Struggling
on.
to
With
talk. This guy's supposed to be charismatic.
Sit down.
I come here expecting a
your
challenge.
time is
3-0. 3-0 all day.
Deontay.
3-0. You big dosser. Look at him. Look at the state of this man. How does he expect to beat a proper heavyweight champion of the world? Skinny little ankles, tiny little biscuit hands, an ugly face, a girl's hairstyle. I don't know what he's doing, but he might be able to move, but that ain't boxing, is it? And afterwards, I'm sure I'm going to get him a job working in an LA strip club, no problem. He's got the moves. If he grinding up
Show me the money, baby.
After this, he'll never get another payday.
Are you auditioning for a show, or are you getting ready for a
He's
fight?
nervous. He's nervous. This is nerves. This is fear. This is what fear looks like.
Hey,
if this is
I
what
just said you was the
feels,
fearless, man. Why you so down?
I look at you, I
Have
don't
a
see
seat.
What have I got
Have
to fear
a
you
seat.
about? Them glasses
You got 2 months. You got
I
2
don't-
months
I
to
don't need
prepare
2
for
months.
me. You got 2
I'm
months
ready
to
to
train
go
for me.
now.
It feel like the real thing
I'm
right
ready
now,
now.
don't it? It
I'm
feel like the
ready.
real thing right
Look,
now,
look,
don't
look,
it?
look,
Hey,
look,
man.
look.
It feel like the
I
real
am
thing right
ready.
now. Hey,
Ready.
I'm ready too.
Well, let's go then.
we got
Let's
two
pull
more.
the
We
fight
got-
forward to this
Hey.
weekend, you bitch.
You docile.
This weekend,
Sit your
Dosser.
ass down,
This
man.
weekend.
Smell me, man.
I tell you
Sit
what.
down. You're not.
For such a man who thinks
Bro,
he looks so handsome.
you're wasting too
His
much
breath
energy.
stinks.
Keep that energy.
Brush your teeth.
Keep
mate.
that energy.
Brush your
'Cause
teeth.
you're gonna need it. 'Cause
Them
we're not-
nuts.
You're gonna need
Why
it,
are
bro.
you guys
Trust
going to
me.
do
Make
this
sure
when
you
there's
turn
less
up
than
and have
40
a fight.
people here and there'll be
Everything you
millions
say.
watching
turn up
later?
and fight on the day.
Everything you
Make
say.
sure you turn up and fight on the
Everything
day.
you say. Everything you say.
Turn up and fight on the day.
Everything you say.
big useless dosser. Make sure you turn up. Come on. Any time of day. And fucking 7 days a week. Twice on a Sunday, you big dosser. Come on, bring it on. Bring it on, you big shithouse. He needs all these men. I don't need nobody. I come to America on my own. I stand my ground against any man born from his mother. Come on, you big dosser. Who are ya? Who are ya?
Everything
Who
you
is he?
say.
He's nobody.
Everything you say.
Hold on.
I'm gonna put it
A
against
little
you.
skinny
Trust me.
noodle who's getting knocked out.
Trust me. Everything you say is gonna build up. I can
are
feel
ya?
your energy
Who are
right
ya?
now. You are so nervous, bro. But you should be because you're dealing with the killer of the heavyweight division.
I've seen plenty
You
of
dealing with the baddest
No,
man
I'm
on the
looking at
planet.
one of ya.
You dealing with one that will knock you out in
You're
one
looking at
punch.
Spark.
And I can't wait. When I look over your body, I'm not gonna have no mercy for you. Usually when I hit my opponents on the ground, I feel some type of way.
Hold on.
But this time,
That's enough.
I'm not gonna
All right.
feel no way.
Okay.
Come on, let's clear
I'm
it.
not gonna have no mercy
Okay.
on you.
Clear the stage.
I promise
Folks.
you.
Tyson. All right. Everybody, the talking will end. The fight will be on December the 1st. Showtime pay-per-view. We encourage everybody, get their tickets at the Staples Center. It's going to be a great fight. The talking will end, and the fight will begin. Check it out on Showtime and Showtime pay-per-view. We're going to have a lot of programming leading up to it, so you'll get to hear a lot more of these guys.
So we have just put an exclamation point on the cacophony of combat sports trash talk. And again, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury still going at it verbally and almost physically. And Brendan, I got to say, for a split second there, it looked like Deontay Wilder finally snapped. And again, you don't know, and hopefully we're going to get a chance to talk to both fighters, by the way. And look at this. I mean, this is now just ugly, right?
Jesus Christ.
And an ugly scene on the stage where this is not what we want to see. And again, this is the inherent risk and danger when you put together these kinds of press conferences, and maybe all born out of trying to sell a fight. But at the end of the day, this is the hurt business. This is the truth business. And Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are ready to throw down as they get set for their heavyweight showdown on December 1st on Showtime Championship Boxing pay-per-view. As we are going to try to settle down the proceedings. So again, Brendan, watching this, is this serious, or is this again just what is needed to get those casuals interested?
Yeah, you know what? It started off, I think, fun and games, and Deontay didn't bring his A game today. He was eating food and drinking water up there, and then Tyson Fury got that mic and was walking circles around, literally and figuratively. He was walking around. He kind of took over the press conference, and then there was somewhere, it's towards the end there where Tyson Fury finally got to Deontay Wilder. I think he was, being outclassed here on stage, and Deontay Wilder, it got pretty heated here. It's kind of a bummer to see a little bit.
We cracked wise going into the start of the press conference about, Deontay Wilder needing a verbal knockout. Holy moly, it almost looked like he was going to land it right. And, of course, that wouldn't have helped anybody, because then who knows? They could have risked putting, this fight not taking place. They don't get paid until they get in the ring Saturday, December 1st at the Staples Center.
But I say this, Mauro. Notice that the two guys who are the world-class fighters aren't doing the talk and the jabbering, really. They're not the ones getting physical. It's the entourage.
Well,
it's the guys who aren't that tough. I mean, don't get me wrong. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, they were going at each other. But the guys who are actually putting hands on people and causing the chaos is the entourage.
And I think I saw Frank Warren even, get taken down. I mean, there's
Frank Warren went down. Frank Warren went down.
Down goes Warren.
Frank Warren, 10-8.
So, again, this is we're percolating, just simmering, and a lot of fans here for Tyson Fury. We got members of the Bomb Squad for Deontay Wilder. And did they sell you? I mean, you said you didn't need this stuff. Did they get you more? Did they get you more jacked up for the fight?
They kind of did. This thing's simmering now. That one kind of sold me. I leaned over to Brian Dale and went, how much longer do they have? Because they were running out of material a little bit, and they were running in circles, and then it just escalated. As you say, Mauro, as Drake says, 0 to 100. And it was all fun and games, and then it got physical. I think Deontay Wilder was sick of he kept getting poked, and then finally.
And you mentioned it. They have now spent 3 consecutive days together doing this act on the stage. And I say act because, again, we know about promotion. I come from the professional wrestling world, and we get it. I mean, that's one of the biggest global entertainment companies on earth, because they want you to get emotionally invested by any means, whether it's verbally and, of course, telling the stories and telling their own stories. But on Saturday, December 1st, the talking will end, and it will be interesting to see how this all plays out. But they have yet to evacuate the stage, and Deontay Wilder is yelling at Tyson Fury. Fury is still chatting to whoever will listen, but it's...
He's not short on words, is he, Mauro?
Well, I thought the show was over, but I guess it will not end until December the 1st, as we get a cameo from our talented audio man, who, by the way, you got to check out his playlist. This guy's jams are amazing, man. Got some old school, new school, and this is a new school heavyweight matchup.
Yeah, the jams leading into this thing were good too. I got goosebumps when both men walked out. Again, it's the entourage, man. At the end of the day, it's Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. As much as we can say this was another 10-8 round for Fury, as much as we can say, is Fury ready? Is this the hype? The Joshua fallout? All this. December 1st, we will find out. I never put too much stock into the weigh-ins, the way they look, the way the press conferences go. It happens in that ring December 1st at Staples Center.
And there are going to be those that criticize what is going on and what has transpired in this press conference and throughout this tour. I've seen it on my timeline. But again, we're not selling the hardcores. There are people that love this stuff, as long as it doesn't cross the line. We almost crossed the line.
It crossed the line a little bit when Frank Warren went down. But I will say this. I'm one of those guys on your timeline trolling, saying these guys like each other. This is fake. This isn't that. I'm here in person. I'm telling you guys, at the end of that press conference, it got pretty serious. Even I went, oh, don't go down that route. Don't go down that road. Please don't do that.
But testosterone, alpha males. This is the heavyweight championship of the world.
Competitors.
And on Saturday, December 1st, at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, they will go mano a mano, and you wonder how. Now, it's all about training camp now. It's all about now the laser focus. Yeah, there are going to be other media obligations, but they've got to have that laser focus for what will be, for both of them, the biggest fight of their careers.
Yeah, I think for both guys, this is the key fight. This is the key fight for them in their careers. The winner of this moves on to the big Scrooge McDuck payday against the Golden Goose in Anthony Joshua. That's very evident what's going on here. So the loser, I don't think, just falls away to the dark side, but the winner just goes on to crazy levels of fame,
well, you talk
money,
about crazy
fortune.
levels in my ears right now. Crazy levels. It's chaos around here. We're trying to focus and comment, and we're waiting to see if we're going to get Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, because frankly, there's nothing left to be said. It goes down Saturday, December 1st. Deontay Wilder, the undefeated WBC titleist, 40-0, 39 wins via form of knockout. He has defeated everyone he has faced, and Tyson Fury, who on November 2015 upset Vladimir Klitschko to win 3 alphabet titles and the Lineal Championship before he, well, wait a minute, we got the man who is the WBC titleist, and we welcome in Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, who is obviously still a little hot under the collar as to what just transpired, and the champ joins us here. We appreciate this, Deontay.
What's up, brother?
Schaub, Mauro
What
Ranallo.
up, man?
Now, Deontay, we've said this. We need the microphone for the champ here there. Deontay, we talked about this throughout the week here, your 3 stops. We get you're trying to sell the fight for those casual fans to get you to get them to spend the money for the pay-per-view. What we saw here on stage now at the end, real? Are you finally fed up?
Man, you know, it just I never been around my opponent I never been around my opponent so many times, you know. And the more and more it talks, you know, my mind is transforming into comeback mode. This right here feels like the week of the fight. You know what I mean? So when it feels like this, you're gonna have some type of emotions. Things gonna flare up. You know, it's certain things you can't get too close to me, because the professional man, I'm very good at what I do. So with that being said, when my mind is transforming, don't get too close. It's okay. But I feel like my space is being, you know, it's
your personal space.
Most definitely.
It's good it's the last stop.
Most definitely.
I think it's good it's the last stop for you guys. Let me ask you this, Deontay.
You know, we don't, this is the thing about me and Tyson Fury, that our character, I mean, our personality is so high, it's so charismatic, that we don't have to pretend.
That's what I said.
We don't have to.
We don't need
so
it.
So the people that think this is a joke, that this is a game, they're gonna be excited. They're gonna be in a rude awakening come December 1st. Because when I knock him out, like I said I'm going to do, man, this is going to be all the gratification.
Deontay, how rewarding is it to get a fight of this match? Take all the animosity away. Obviously, Tyson Fury is an amazing fighter, but for you to finally have this huge fight, I mean, you fought big fight in Luis Ortiz, but this pay-per-view, Showtime, how rewarding is this? After going through all the, to be honest, the bullshit, for lack of better words, bullshit with the Joshua stuff. Finally, you land this huge, big fight with Tyson Fury.
Man, it's you know, it's remarkable, man. You know, I've came a long way. You know, so many people tried to get in my way of me making it to the top. You know, even when I was young, you know, I never had an opportunity to do nothing. And even if I got an opportunity, I had to make an opportunity out of that opportunity, you know. But I was destined for greatness. I was destined to be in this position. I'm blessed. I always talk about my grandma saying I'm being anointed, and it's true. You know, it ain't no coincidence why I'm 40-0 with 39 KOs, no matter what no one says.
No, sir.
No one has done what I've done, you know. So it's a reason why I'm here.
I'm now in your personal space, and I fear you, of course, but feel the energy, Deontay. And I can tell that what transpired now I don't want to say got under your skin, but it seems to have gone to another level. How do you take what has transpired these last 3 days and use it to fuel you in training camp?
Oh, my God. You know, these Brits been giving me hell, man, for the past couple of months, you know what I mean? Far as the fighters. Not one don't want to fight. The other one, you know, is here, you know, doing this thing. It's all about the promotion and different things like that. But it comes a point in time, we are fighters. People got to understand, we still fighters. You still going to get the feelings. You're still going to get the emotion. But I feel that people get so timid, you get so nervous, you get so scared that two fighters, especially two big guys, who on stage is going to be able to hold two big guys?
No one.
Especially me.
I
want
and
to.
you don't want to risk it, though.
I told them I would run. If you guys start fighting, everyone thinks I'm going to stop it. I'm running.
Look, if I want to, I'm going to get you.
But then you ruin the fight, right?
Then you ruin the fight. So that's the reason. Why would I jeopardize this fight? The people's around get so scared that something's going to happen. Most people are nervous that something's going to happen, then they ain't even fighting. Don't worry about, you know what I mean?
Frank Warren ate it, though. Frank Warren took a hit. Frank Warren took an L.
We're going to let you go here. One last question, though. When it comes to December the 1st and everything that has now transpired, I know that there's mutual respect, but send a message to the world about what is going to go down December 1st when you face Tyson Fury at Staples Center in Los Angeles.
Right now, December the 1st, you guys in for a treat. If you think this is a game, man, oh, boy, I can't wait. December the 1st, man, it's going to be a nasty, nasty horror movie. Man.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder
You
with
can't
the black
make it,
and
you better
yellow.
click it, because you don't want to miss it. I'm going to tell you just like that. Bomb Squad!
Thank you very much, champ.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Can't wait for
Congrats,
December
man.
the 1st, brother.
Congrats, brother.
And obviously he is fired up, Brendan. And he is ready.
Are those peanuts? Are those peanuts, Deontay? What are you eating? Are those peanuts on stage?
Yeah, this is my new logo.
Oh, those are your own peanuts. There you go.
You won't be making peanuts on Saturday, December 1st.
Because they're very spicy, so, you know.
Get these nuts.
We're looking forward.
Get them Wilder nuts.
We're looking forward to some spicy action on Saturday. Well, there you go. Obviously, the WBC champ is fired up, and it's no more talking. It's
serious,
time to go knocking, and we'll see who gets knocked out, if anyone. But obviously, Deontay Wilder knows a knockout. A legendary trainer, Emmanuel Stewart, said it best, and he picked Deontay Wilder to be a future heavyweight champion. He said, knockout sell. Let's see how well they do it Saturday, December 1st. I can't wait now. I have to admit, all of the energy. I mean, we're all sources of energy, and things have definitely heated up here at the Novo at LA Live.
He was, and you can say what you want, but Deontay Wilder was a little flustered. Yeah, he was sweating for sure. But anyone would be. You're fighting. You know, even if you are boys, you guys have to fight each other. And
well,
it
you got to be
becomes more and
cognizant.
more real.
You don't get paid until you go to the ring. Absolutely.
Yeah, it becomes more and more real. And this is the last stop on the PR tour, and you're here in LA, and Fury gets up and does his thing, kind of steals the show, and it's frustrating.
Well, a guy
if you're
used
Wilder,
to,
you're like, come on, man.
A guy used to steal the show, but inside of the ring and with his behavior outside the ring is Mike Tyson. Tyson Fury, named after Iron Mike, and boy, Fury knows how to put on a show when it comes to selling a fight, and when it comes to fighting, again, so unorthodox, herky-jerky, so hard to prepare for, so hard to hit. For a guy 6'9",
that's the key
over
there,
250.
Mark. That's the key, because most heavyweights are flat-footed. They can get out of the way of some shots, but eventually when you're dealing with a taller opponent, that shot's going to land. Tyson Fury has the footwork to go along with everything else with his size. So his footwork is what separates him from the rest of these heavyweights.
We hope to be joined by the Lineal champion, the undefeated Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, in just a few moments. And we'll see what else he has to say about the biggest fight of his career now, because the biggest one was Vladimir Klitschko. He took care of Klitschko, upsetting him, winning the titles. And then again, it's well chronicled what he's had to overcome to get to this point. But again, looking to author one of the greatest comebacks, not only in boxing, but in sports history, going from where he was almost 375 pounds.
We've never
in
heard
a very
of it.
dark place.
It's never happened. Also, for a guy who's very outspoken about his mental health, as you are, Marlon, you had the brilliant documentary. For a guy like you, I think it would mean so much to people who have the same condition, the same mental illness,
how inspiring.
to go through that.
Already.
Go, hold on, I have this. This guy's been out for 2 years. He put on all this weight. He lost all that weight. He got his ass in gear, and he's the heavyweight champion of the world now. I just think it's an inspiring story.
Both of them have courted controversy with some of their comments, but at the end of the day, just how being so open, being so vulnerable, and again, being an alpha male, and that's what excites me and emboldens me, is so many men coming forward in different walks of life, different levels of success, whether it's in sports and entertainment, public figures who are being open about their mental health struggles, and I tip my hat to Tyson Fury for doing that. But again, it's not all of us. Not all of us overcome these issues and then have to step into a ring to face a guy with the power of Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see. And to that point, there's a lot of pressure on Tyson Fury to perform December 1st. You know, he has been very outspoken about his mental illness, and he has been very open about his weight and, you know, how those other two guys were warm-up fights. He's had 2 years off. So, you know, people are kind of rallying for Tyson Fury, so you can't let those people down. You got to remember, that adds to everything that he's doing. But that also adds to, you know, maybe he doesn't want to get up at 4 a.m. and hit the gym. Well, now he does. Now he knows those people are counting on him. He doesn't want to do certain things, but that extra drive of all those people depending on him and him being open, that adds to everything that he's doing. It's going to bring, I think, the best Tyson Fury we've seen in a long time.
You bring up a great point. It's hard enough to get up at 4 a.m. to train. When you're dealing with mental health issues, believe me, that much harder. So again, I am very happy with Tyson Fury getting his life back together, and now we are waiting the Gypsy King, and even for an interview here on our live stream, we're living the stream. He's making the grand entrance, the Gypsy King, styling and profiling Tyson Fury.
Not mad at the watch.
All right, champ. Went to a live stream and a concert broke out.
Wow. Still got it. You still got it.
Tyson, thank you so much for taking the time to join
up, brother?
us.
How you doing, big dog?
Great
Good to
quote.
see you, man.
Hal hath no fury like Tyson Fury. It's obvious that you are in your element here, my friend. It's obvious that you get a big kick out of this, but at the end of the day, you've now got to get ready in the gym for what is going to go down December 1st. And first, for me, congratulations on being here at this point in your life, overcoming what you've had to do, being a huge mental health advocate. I salute you. You're a role model and an inspiration.
Thank you.
How difficult was the comeback?
It was very difficult, but I was very motivated and very determined to get back to where I left off. You know, I left off as the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, and I picked right back up where I left off nearly 3 years later. So if that's not a testament for mental health, then I don't know what is.
Amen. Do you feel any pressure from those people who also suffer from mental health issues that you're their guy now? You're the poster, because this has never been done. This has never been done.
I fight for those people. All the oppressed, depressed, alcoholics, drug addicts. I fight for all those people.
What about
I fight to give them hope every day so they can wake up in the morning and know there's somebody out there banging for us. He is our man.
You are smashing, he is, and you are smashing the stigma, my man, because as you know, someone like you, as big as you are, as tough as you are, successful as been, how dare you say you have a problem or you're feeling depressed or weak? There is no shame. And what you are doing and what I hope to be a small part of, we are smashing the stigma for mental health, and you're already a winner, my man, for what you've already accomplished. Now, Saturday, December 1st, all of this ends. You've talked about, let's make it a war. Let's make it a 4-rounder. That's not your style.
It's not, but I want to put on a show so much. I want to give the American fight fans something to cheer about, something they haven't had for such a long time.
But is he the opponent you want to do that against?
I think he is the opponent. He's a massive puncher. He comes to fight. He's confident. He's young. He's brash. He's there. He's available.
That's not your style, though, is it, Tyson? And I've said this. It's well documented. You're my favorite fighter, man. You're my favorite heavyweight fighter.
Thank you.
And I think the boxing world needs you. I think it's good that you're back. And being a fan, when they told me you're going to fight Wilder, I'm excited, but I think for everyone, is it too much too soon?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because because those last two guys you fought, let's be honest, brother.
Yeah, I understand.
We could both beat them right now if they walked in.
I understand what you're saying, but I believe if you're good enough, it's time. And I believe, I'm so confident this is my time. If I didn't believe wholeheartedly I could win this fight, then I wouldn't be sat here today. And I wouldn't have overcome all them obstacles to get me back to this moment. I've defeated so much already and come back from so much. True. Then I've only got one man to beat with a pair of boxing gloves on. And it's a tough challenge. Deontay Wilder's a massive puncher and he's aggressive and he's got everything going for him, but he has never boxed a boxing brain like me ever.
Agree.
He can never roll all his opponents into one and make a Tyson Fury. We're going to see a great fight and a total different fight too. He's ever fought before.
Sorry, Mark. Did you feel any pressure to take this fight? Because obviously you have the UK fan base, but with Joshua, that was supposed to be Joshua Wilder. That didn't happen. And then I told Fury, I told Wilder, I went, please fight Tyson Fury. That's the answer.
I know. I've seen that.
Did you feel that you were kind of the savior? You were this the British Batman that came in at the end of the day and went, you know what, I'll do it. He doesn't want to do it, I'll do it.
100%. Look, AJ is big hype, but he's got no cojones to come here and fight Deontay Wilder. None at all. And to fight somebody like Wilder, you've got to have big set of nuts. You've got to have balls like King Kong, excuse my language.
No,
and that's what I have. I can go to the trenches, I can box, I can fight. People think I'm just a slick boxer. But I've got 19 KOs to my record as well. I've gone toe-to-toe with the best of them and always come out on top. I'm 11 years unbeaten as a professional. He ain't going to do nothing. I'm going to beat him. I'm going to stop him as well.
Do you feel that support around the UK and everywhere that people are like, thank you for doing that, man?
I feel the support everywhere I go. You know, everywhere I go, I feel like support. Look here today. Look at the support here in the USA. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I'm so humbled that all these fans have turned out to see the Gypsy King.
Tyson,
and they're almost giving me that energy and that mental strength to go on and win this fight.
You've battled personal demons. You also ballooned up in weight. I know in England you used stones. We're going to talk in pounds. You're up near 375 pounds. You came in against Seferi, probably not at your ideal weight. You look better against Francesco Pianetta. We know Deontay Wilder comes at around 220 or so. What is your ideal weight? How much of camp for the biggest fight of your career is going to be in terms of getting in shape? Or do you feel already where you...
I'm already in shape. I'm weighing at the minute around about 258 pounds, and I'll be boxing Wilder at about 255, which is about 18 stone 5, 18.6. I'm on weight. Never before have I ever been into a fight, a massive fight, of 2 wins and as an active fighter. I've always been into fights with years out the ring in 8 months, 10 months, 12 months, 14 months, and still managed to win against great champions.
You're working, you're training at Big Bear, California. Have you been able to find, I mean, you guys are the, direct from the beanstalk, as I've said, next to Nikolai Valoev and Jamil McCline, the 2 tallest guys to ever fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. Have you been able to find those big redwoods here in California?
Yes, I have. We've got plenty of sparring lined up, and I just can't wait to get my teeth into it. I really can't wait to get out there and work away.
Why Big Bear?
Because I thought I'd grow the beard and I might be wrestling with some grizzlies out there. Who knows?
What's shedding the weight? Is it the ketogenic diet? I heard you talk about that.
Yeah, I was on the keto diet at the beginning of the year, but I've had the weight off for such a long time now. I've stabilized at this weight for the past 6 months.
All right, you have promoted the fight so well. I want to give you final opportunity because it is something that is so important, so timely. Just say a quick moment to tell those people out there suffering in silence right now. A lot of men, a lot of women, a lot of children. Doesn't matter who we are, how successful you are. Those who are right now maybe thinking about ending their lives, just like you and I have both been. What do you have to say to them?
100%. And I can sit here as a man who's experienced the highest highs and the lowest lows. And I know exactly what you're going through. But my message to you today is, help is around the corner, and it won't be a great day every day. I used to wake up and think, why have I woke up? Why did I not die in sleep last night? And there will be rose-coloured sunshine days again. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but seek medical advice and it will get better. I promise you this.
Bless you for that. Thank you very much, Tyson. I really appreciate you, my man,
luck,
and
champ.
all of you guys.
Good luck,
What a fight it's going to be. It's going to go down Saturday, December 1st, live on Showtime Championship Boxing pay-per-view from the Staples Center in Los Angeles. We also have the Emmy Award-winning All Access Series coming soon. It's the undefeated Deontay Wilder, 40-0 with 39 knockouts against this man, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, 27-0, 19 knockouts. Tickets on sale. We'll see you December 1st, live on Showtime pay-per-view.
Thank you, guys. All the best.
Thank you.
You gotta reverse the power dynamic. Find your angle.
The country is under attack.
Patrick Melrose, I kept hearing you died.
Only once or twice.
This is a brutal battle.
Get Showtime. Start your free trial.